Hello, today we are here to talk to you about an interesting geological concept that we have recently found out about that is tearing apart the surface of the Earth. This process is called subduction termination, and today we will be explaining exactly what it is, where it is happening, and what potential impacts it can cause. Firstly, we must explain what we are talking about. The world, as we know, is made up of layers. The uppermost one that we live on is solid rock, and known by geologists as the crust. This upper layer of the Earth is broken up into many pieces called tectonic plates, which are in constant gradual motion, being created and destroyed at the same time in different places. At certain boundaries, a process called subduction occurs, where two of these plates collide and the less dense plate sinks beneath the other. This subduction plate is then forced down into the mantle and is broken up and destroyed. The reason why all plates are not slowly sinking as they are destroyed at the subduction zone is because at the same time new material is being added to the plates at which geologists call divergent plate boundaries. These processes mean plates are always in constant motion, and these processes keep occurring for millions of years.
Still, there is evidence to suggest that these terrestrial giants do stop moving at some point, as there are several much smaller plates around the world that suggest that tectonic plates can break up, stop moving, and that the process of divergence and subduction can in fact stop. The question that many geologists have wondered is how? How can such vast systems that last for millions of years simply stop? Until recently, it was assumed that this occurred through large, catastrophic events such as meteorites or earthquakes, of such scale that it would be difficult to imagine. However, a recent seismological study led to a research paper titled Slab Tearing and Segmented Subduction Termination Driven by Transformed Tectonics that looked at a subduction zone that appears to be in the process of subduction termination, Cascadia subduction zone off the west coast of South America.
Here, pressure builds up until the rocks crack and slide against one another horizontally, forming what is known as a transform fault, which occurs perpendicular to the subduction zone around younger, more buoyant crust that will not be subducted, which stops the crust behind it from being subducted. This slows down the process of subduction, and it is predicted that once it has repeated this process a few times, the plate's movement will stop, which causes a new boundary to form.